this is my spin on her macaroni and cheese. So we're gonna start off with your wet ingredients. I mean, it looks daunting at first, but it's not that bad. It's actually pretty easy. We're gonna start off with your wet ingredients. Your wet ingredients are, about 1.5 cups of milk. Then you have some butter. I tend to eyeball things, so don't expect exact measurements here. You've got 2 pounds of elbow macaroni, of your choice. We've got 4 eggs. We have a combination of salt, pepper, and onion powder, and the last thing being a combination of smoked paprika and chili powder. That comes in later. And 3 types of cheeses. We have shredded cheese, which is it's all cheddar cheese, shredded cheddar cheese, blocked cheddar cheese, and we have the kind of like wafer thin, types of sheet cheddar cheese to go on the top. Alright, these are our ingredients. This is how we're going to start off. So, you're going to get your macaroni, and you're going to put it into a boiling pot of seasoned water. And when I mean seasoned, that means like, it's going to be kind of boiling. You season it with, butter and salt and pepper. Just butter and salt in your water. Let it come to a boil, and then you add in your macaroni, and you stir. You must stir this. All right, you must stir this macaroni, because if you don't, if you walk away and you do something, you see a UFO, if you walk away from this, it's gonna stick. If it's gonna stick, it's gonna turn into a disaster. Alright, 2 things you don't want to do is you don't want it to stick, and you don't want to overcook it. If you overcook the noodles, they're going to be soft, mushy, and it's going to be kind of gross. Alright, so after your noodles are done, I like my noodles kind of al dente, which basically means that they kind of have a bite to them. So, you kind of stir it up to break it up a little bit, and then you add in your mixture of spices, your salt, your onion powder, and your pepper. So you add that in there, and that may not look like a lot, but trust me, you're gonna taste that onion powder. That is enough onion powder for 2 pounds of noodles. Next you want to add in put your butter. You want to add your butter in there. You mix that up. That is basically, it's more flavoring. You're gonna add your butter in there. Make sure that gets kind of mixed in with the noodles. Next you're gonna add in your milk. Now the milk is gonna, help keep some liquid into this recipe, because it will get kind of dry, but this is gonna help that out. So put the milk in there, stir that up, and the whole time, this is gonna bring the temperature of the noodles down, but that's actually a good thing, because once you put the eggs in there, you don't want the noodles to be super hot when you put the eggs in. Because if so, then the noodles are actually going to cook the eggs, and you're going to have little bits of scrambled eggs in your macaroni and cheese. Which, may sound appetizing, but it's actually not, trust me. So, next you're going to go with your eggs. You're going to crack those suckers. Now, I can't do, I'm not that talented to do the whole, I can crack an egg with one hand deal. I'm working on it though. If I get it, I'm going to show it to you guys. But you put your eggs in there one at a time. After you put the milk in there to kind of cool down, the noodles. Or you could just wait until they're cool. I didn't have that much time because we were prepping this on Thanksgiving Day, because we like it hot. We don't like to have to reheat it. Which you can, but I just don't like to reheat it. So you put your eggs in there one at a time. put those in there. Alright, so then next you're gonna go in with your cheese. You're gonna start off with your big cube cheese. That's my family for you. Then you add in your shredded cheese. Now this is gonna be kind of precarious with this stupid pot. This will probably be easier for you when you have a bigger pot prepared for all your noodles or whatever. But add this in and make sure you mix this in liberally. After this, you're gonna get this to your waiting vessel that it's gonna be in. Alright, so I've got a greased up glass casserole dish, all ready for this, and you're gonna spoon it out into the casserole dish. Then you add the wafer thin strips of cheese on top as more of a presentation piece. Again, I didn't have enough of these either. I probably should have had more of these, but tis life. But yeah, you put those on top to kind of add like a nice crust of cheese all on top. Kind of like think of it like a lasagna. You know how lasagna you put the noodles on. Think of it like that. And sorry about the quality of this, but this camera is kind of crappy. I'm trying to get a new camera. But next you're gonna get your mixture of chili powder and smoked paprika. Now this comes in as more of a topping too. It adds flavor, but it also adds color. Now I actually learned this one when I was at work one day. I asked why they put chili powder on top of macaroni and cheese, because it adds flavor and it adds color. So I was like, that's cool. And so, I had the smoked paprika from when I did the turkey, and I was like, well, shoot, let's do that on this too. And it actually kind of works out. It gives you that smoky flavor, and there's a bunch of things you can actually do with this recipe. You can add, I know one year I added, my mom added tomatoes to it, and it was pretty good. Of course, you can add any type of pork product, bacon, ham, that stuff. All awesome with this recipe. You can change up the recipe yourself. You can sub out the onion powder for garlic powder. You can take that out altogether. Just like my Pokemon, movesets, my recipes are gonna be open to the user as well. So, that's about it for this. Like, comment, subscribe, and enjoy.